I'm Star, and we're on our way to the aquarium at the Toledo Zoo because we heard something really special was going to happen today. Hey, what's in the bag?
Oh, it's a surprise for the aquarium.
Really? Cool.
Hi, I'm Emily, and today I'm really excited because we not only get to see something special in the aquarium, but we're also going inside an exhibit with one of my favorite animals from down under.
So stay close to us and start your day
With what you see on Zoo Today.
Emily? Hey, Emily, where are you going?
To the aquarium.
The what?
To the aquarium.
I can't understand you.
To the aquarium.
So why the snorkeling goggles?
It's fish feeding time. You see, the zookeepers get in the tank with the fish and they feed them by hand.
Oh, you mean with the 50-pound pacu that's related to the piranha?
50-pound piranha? I just remembered I can't swim.
Gary, this is not your typical zoo uniform. What are you going to be doing here?
That's right. This is my wetsuit or dive outfit that I use when we go in and feed the fish at the 8,000 for a feeding display, and also when we clean the tank. It's neoprene rubber, which keeps us a little bit warm because the water temperature in there, although it's in the 80s, after sitting in there for a while, you start getting a little cold. We have two arapamas, which is the long, slender fish that's coming right up to the glass here in the front.
Arapamas?
Arapamas. They're the largest freshwater fish. These are about 1.5 years old. In the wild, they'll get up to about 15 feet, and they're about maybe 8 feet or so in our aquarium here. The large fish that's circling back is a colossus, or more commonly called a pacu. It's a relative to the piranhas.
Wait, these are related to the piranhas, and you're going to get in there and feed them?
Yes, they're actually cousins to the piranhas, but these are a little less aggressive. They're mainly vegetarians, and they're real friendly. They like to come up to you and be petted, and they'll eat right out of your hands, like large puppy dogs in this tank.
Wow.
This is cool. Here's a red-tailed catfish and a tiger catfish. Hey, buddy, catfish got your tongue? This is a red devil with the big head. Whoa, and a stingray, watch it!
That's a pleco, or a plecostomus. It's sucking onto the walls.
What is going to happen when you dive in here? Are you going to hold up one piece of fish and they're all going to swarm around you, or how does that work?
For a while, I'll try to hand feed the fish individually. I'll probably center myself in the middle of the tank and take out a piece of food here and there and see which fish will come around me.
Where are you going to feed them?
I have a mixture of a bunch of different foods. It's mainly smelt, squid, and herring.
Looks delicious if you're a fish. Well, there's Gary's feet, and here he goes. As Gary said, the water is about 80 degrees, which is just right for these fish from the warm South American Amazon area. This is the only tank where they hand feed the fish. They do it so the fish can get used to people. Hi, Gary. Because the tank is so large, people have to dive in it to clean it. By making friends first, the fish are used to people in the tank. Now the keepers can get in to clean the tank without upsetting the fish. Also, because the fish come so close, the keepers can easily check the fish for sickness or problems and even do a medical procedure on them. Watch your fingers. The pacu weighs about 50 pounds. The arapamas are the largest freshwater fish. They grow to about 15 feet, but right now are only about 8 feet, which is still longer than humans. This red devil looks like he has a golf ball on his head. The large bump actually means he's a male fish, and the bump is there to attract females. If Gary steps on the stingray, the tail will swing up and give him a serious and painful sting, but it's mainly used for defense.
You are dripping wet. And you're nervous at all with the stingrays around your feet?
The stingrays around your feet, you just have to watch what you're doing and to make sure that you're not on top of them or applying any pressure to their back so they sting you.
And this was the tank you were in, huh?
Yep.
How deep is that?
It's about 4 feet deep and holds 8,000 gallons of water.
Amazing.
Name 3 great apes.
King Kong, Magilla Gorilla, and Tarzan. Yeah, they were all great apes. They could kill dinosaurs and swing from vines. They were great.
No, Emily, great apes, as in chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans.
Oh, monkeys.
No, there's a difference. Monkeys are smaller animals and they have tails. Great apes don't have tails. Chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans are great apes.
Just because they don't have tails.
Well, that's part of it, but there's a lot more. Suzanne, the zookeeper, knows a lot about great apes, especially orangutans.
Here on the roof of the Great Ape Building, we're about to meet Maggie, the oldest, Nana, the 4-year-old baby, Chiquita, her mom, Boomer, who's 5, and MJ, the teenager. Suzanne, their keeper, is keeping them busy with their training, and they seem to enjoy it.
I want this. I want this. What's that? Good girl. Where's your foot? Where's a foot? There you go. Good girl. Working up here is nice with them just because I have more access to them, which is nice. I just got to watch to make sure no one grabs me from behind when we do that. We train them mainly for medical purposes. We can do ear. Put your ear up. Good girl. And when they put their ear up, I have a thermometer I can put in their ear and measure their temperature. We've trained them to put up their air sac to make sure they don't have any infection in it, and they allow me to squeeze it to feel that there's only air in there. We've trained them to put their stomach up, their back and chest for the stethoscope so we can check their heart and their lungs. They put their arm out and they'll put their shoulder up, which is where I give them injections. The other reason we do training with them is it's just something for them. It's very enriching. It breaks the boredom, gives them something to do that they actually look forward to doing training. They like the extra time and attention from the keepers and from the vets. Hey, sweetie. They like the treats. We end up giving them sugar-free Kool-Aid and juice as their treat, and that's definitely a favorite. You're gonna squeeze it yourself, aren't you? Aren't you? You're cheating. You're cheating. The worst thing about working up here is I have 6 hands at me all the time. MJ does it just to be obnoxious. Because she's a teenager, she's at that stage where she'll take any attention, good or bad. And at this point, if she can't get your attention by being good, then she's learned to spit at people or do anything that'll make you mad, because at least you're still venting all your attention at her. If you look at their hands, they're actually built so that their thumb is set farther back and their fingers are really long, so that when they swing through the trees, they don't get caught up on the branches. And their whole body is actually built that way, so that when they're moving through the trees, their legs also don't get in the way. If you look at their legs, they're really not as developed and definitely not as long. The arms on a male can be up to 10 feet across in order to be able to swing and to have the arm strength and upper body strength that they're going to need. If you ever see an orang walking on the ground, they're actually really clumsy because they're not built to be there, and they turn their feet in and don't know how to walk on them. They walk on the sides of their feet, where they're much more graceful when they're actually up top in the trees. They get fruits and vegetables here at the zoo, and then we also give them a variety of treats as far as hot air pop popcorn, Cheerios for fiber, monkey chow. The main thing they eat in the wild is fruit. Again, if you think of where they're from, they mainly live in the trees. So what they're going to find to eat is going to be the fruit, leaves, bark, and sometimes if they see something good on the ground, they will move to the ground and eat new shoots. But most of the time, they're up in the trees. This is Maggie right here in front of me. And she's 41. We actually celebrated her 40th, but when we went back through and looked, they actually have her calculated as 41. There's one older than her at Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. They normally live to be the males into their mid-30s, the females into their 40s. So she's actually doing very well. If you look at Maggie, if she'll put her face back up, they have an air sac here Come here, babe. You come up. And the air sac, what it's made for is to be able to call each other in the wild. The males are very huge and overdeveloped because they'll call up to 2 miles in the wild. And that way they never actually have to fight. In the morning, all of them do their calling, and they all know where they're at, so it works out really well. The females, theirs aren't as developed because they really don't want anyone to know where they're at, and they don't do any calling. Theirs is mainly just ornamental. They can make a few vocalizations, but nothing like the males. That they're very mischievous. Orangutans are very good at taking everything apart. Come here, Nana. Come on down. They're really cute at this size, but you got to remember that, again, they're stronger than you are, and even when they play, they could injure you. Their games are much tougher than anything you can do, and they're just very destructive. Anything I give them, I go ahead and know that it's not going to last. Good girl.
Almost everybody knows that the big cats at the zoo are meat eaters who stalk their prey in the wild.
But I'll bet you didn't know that only the cheetah has the speed to flat out run down even the swiftest prey.
Talk about your fast food.
And although the cheetah is considered a big cat, this native of Africa and Asia weighs only about 100 pounds compared to a male lion at 400 or a tiger at 450.
Lean and muscular with slender legs and a small head, the fleet-footed cheetah is built for speed and has been clocked at up to 70 miles per hour while pursuing an elusive antelope or gazelle.
These short bursts of tremendous speed have established the cheetah as the fastest animal on land.
Shy and reclusive, the cheetah has a non-aggressive nature, except when hungry.
And although they have claws, unlike most cats, they are unable to climb trees.
You may have heard something.
But I'll bet you didn't know. Hey, Emily, here's a riddle for you. What animal sleeps in a tree, has wool like a sheep, a pouch like a kangaroo, and is misnamed a bear?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yes.
Does it sleep most of the time?
Yes.
Is it a marsupial?
Emily!
It's the koala bear, a marsupial from Australia, which only eats eucalyptus leaves.
Emily, you are so amazing. Sometimes you just surprise me with your knowledge.
Well, Star, I consider myself to be a well-rounded person. I mean, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. I wasn't born the day before yesterday.
This is gonna be awesome. I know.
Look at they are.
Here they are. All right.
Hey, Jenny.
Jen, hi, Jen. How you doing?
Hey, welcome to the koala exhibit.
Hey. Jen takes care of the koalas here at the zoo, and we've been dying to see them. Can we get in and see them?
Yeah, let's take a closer look.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Oh my wow. Look at them.
Oh, they're adorable.
What are their names?
This is Matilda, and this is Tanami, and they're about 4.5 years old.
Oh my God.
And they've been here at the Toledo Zoo for approximately 3 years.
3
now.
years?
Yeah.
And is this what they eat, these
Yeah,
trees? or-
this is the eucalyptus that we feed them. We don't grow it here on grounds. It is flown in
Oh, it
from
is
Florida because they need so much.
Right. But it seems like they're kind of lazy. They're sleeping a lot. Is that just normal? How much do
It's
they
a poor
sleep?
nutritional value in the leaf, so they just consume enough to wake up, move to another tree, and eat some
Oh
more.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's about a tough life, huh?
Yeah. But they sleep about 15 to 18 hours a day.
Holy smokes.
Most of their time is up at night, like 9 o'clock when
Right.
no one's here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, look at those claws.
Yeah, these claws here are really pointed and sharp, and that's to help them get up the trees and get a really good grasp.
Oh, I see. I see. So do they eat any meat, or is it all
Nope,
like
it's
the
just
leaves?
all leaves, just eucalyptus.
Oh my gosh. And how much do they eat of that? You said they eat a lot.
I would say they eat about 2.5 pounds a day.
A day?
Yeah, and they both weigh approximately 13 pounds right now.
Oh, they look so tiny. Hi.
And you're getting a chance here to see a little bit of movement.
Right.
And I think she's going to want to walk across.
Here she comes. Oh my gosh, look at her. She seems so alert right now. This is the most I've seen him move.
Well, it's still early morning here, so
Uh-huh.
they're still a little bit active.
Uh-huh. Oh, look at her. Gotta get that one step there. It's like she's not quite sure what to do.
Oh, that is great.
And again, this is Matilda. She's our more active.
She's the more active
Yeah,
one.
she likes to go to the higher points of the tree. So she'll probably take some pretty good leaps and go up to the top and sit there for a while.
And they like to be at the tops. Why is that?
They're arboreal. They just like to be as high as they can
be.
And get those eucalyptus leaves, which grow at the tops of the trees.
That makes sense.
Well, I read somewhere, Jenny, that koala bears are marsupials.
That's right. They're not bears. They are marsupials.
I'm impressed, Emily. Gee.
They are marsupials because they do have a pouch, just like a kangaroo.
Like a kangaroo, yeah.
And that's where we note our differences between males and females. Females have pouches, whereas males don't. And the size also differs. Like I had said before, the females weigh approximately 13 pounds,
Right.
and the males can weigh up to 20 pounds.
Oh, wow. So that is a difference. They look like little bears.
No, but they're not. They are marsupials.
Little stuffed bears. Oh.
Okay, this is Matilda. And normally what we do is we just grasp them by the wrists, get their fingers and nails off the tree, and then lift them. So they go right onto our arms just like that.
That's fantastic. It's like a tree limb.
Yes. Hi, Matilda.
So hello.
Hi, cutie. Oh, she's adorable. Can I touch her fur once?
Actually, no. I should probably gotten into that.
Oh, that's
we
fine.
try to keep contact to a minimum because they are susceptible to diseases.
Sure. That makes sense.
And she's looking around trying to find out what's going on.
Who the heck are all these people, huh?
Do those claws hurt your arms?
Sometimes they do, depending on how well they're grasping. But today she seems to be doing just fine.
She's pretty relaxed right now, it looks like.
Okay, you'll notice that we're holding them away from us.
Right.
We do this so that we're not going to get scratched by these really sharp claws
that's a good
here.
idea.
And they do have really nice pointy teeth to bite
Oh,
with.
do they? I
Yeah.
haven't seen the teeth yet. Why are we whispering?
Because they are sensitive to noise. Their ears are so sensitive, being that they do have to look out for predators in the wild,
Right.
that we try to keep it to a minimum here, not to disturb them too much.
Right. So are there any symptoms when she gets sick, or can you tell?
Normally we'll see a drop in weight, and we do have to weigh their fecal pellets daily. And if that weight also drops, then we know that there's probably an illness. They seem to go down to the floor and walk around and sleep at the bases of the tree more when they're sick also. So we just have to keep an eye on them and note any changes in their daily habits.
Right. Well, thanks so much, Jen. It was great coming
I'm glad
in
you
here.
guys could make it today.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Bye, Matilda. Take care.
Look, Star, a bunch of elephants.
Not bunch, herd.
Heard of what?
Herd of elephants.
Of course I heard of elephants. There's a bunch over there.
No, elephant herd.
Why should I care what an elephant heard? I got no secrets from elephants.
Elephants live and travel in herds.
Oh, a herd of elephants. Well, they sure eat a lot.
Elephants seem to eat continuously. In Africa, they eat grass, leaves, small branches, and bark. Tender leaves at the tops of small trees are a favorite food. Elephants get these leaves by bashing down the trees with their heads or pulling them out of the ground. Elephants also rip off bark of trees with their tusks. Their tusks are actually the largest teeth in the animal world.
Here at the zoo, the African elephants seem to eat hay constantly. They use their trunks to pick it up and put it in their mouths.
These big guys and gals also eat an elephant supplement, kind of like big nutritious food pellets.
By the truckload.
For a special treat, our elephants get apples and carrots.
They have two knobs on the tips of their trunks that work just like fingers. Their trunks can even suck up water and then squirt it in their mouths. What an appetite! Star, stop snoring.
Snoring? I'm not snoring, that's your stomach growling.
I'm not that hungry.
Oh, sounds like a carnivore.
A carnivore? Great! I can ride the merry-go-round, eat cotton candy, win a big stuffed animal.
That's a carnivore. I'm talking carnivore. You know, big meat-eating animal like lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Nook, Snowball, let's go. Come on. Hey, Snow.
Use the food to make them want to shift into the different
Yeah, that, and
area.
if they move over on their own, it's also a reward for them for moving over for me. And when I throw it out like that, I just clean the exhibit, hosed it off, so when I throw it out like that, they move around, pick up the fish, gives them something to do.
Is fish one of their favorite foods? Is that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the treat for them.
Actually, that's part of their normal diet right there.
Yeah.
The fish. They also get things like, well, we got some special cut-up fruits in here. We got some melon. They got a few more apples. They got kiwi, and I think some plums in there today.
2 animals living here. These are what sexes?
Male and female.
Male.
And that Nook on the left is the male.
He's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger head, I guess.
Probably about another third larger than her. This is Snowball on the right. Then we have another male, Celsius, in the other exhibit over here on our left.
Why is he over by himself?
He's by himself because he's the cub to both of these. These are his parents. Snowball's the mother. If we put the young male in with the other group, stand a good risk of having fights, and the big male would probably win. So, right around 1.5 years, 2 years old, the female chases the cub away out in the wild anyhow, and they begin their own life. And they start roaming around and finding new territories to take over. So we give him his own exhibit as his territory. Look! And usually they come into their own dens. The male will go into one den, the female goes into the other.
Like separate bedrooms, huh?
Yeah, basically.
You say they might reach out. Are these pretty mean? Will they try to reach out and grab you?
Well, very seldom do they try anymore. When I was new over here, they'd try to get me underneath the doors, but now they've figured out my routine and I know their routine, and they don't usually try unless they're really worked up in the morning and real playful.
Yeah.
When I'm closing out the dens or something, then yeah, they can reach out. And if they do get you, that's not good.
They're pretty dangerous, aren't they?
They're very dangerous, yes. And this is Nan Nook coming in this side. Come here, Selfs. Our Snowball. Come here, Snow. Come on.
So feeding, I guess in this case, is like an activity that they would look forward to.
Yeah.
This is a special time for them, so
Right.
you're trying to use that as a way to enrich their day.
Right, bring them inside, give them a comfortable place to eat. A lot of times I'll put the food out on exhibit so they can forage for it. Walk around and look for it. And that'll take them a little while. Usually the fish goes pretty quick. Smaller stuff like the dog food and the apples. The birds get some of it, but they'll walk around and get the favorite things before, the birds do. Okay, what we do is take these and we clamp them onto the cable. And this keeps us from falling into the moat and becoming part of the polar bear's dinner.
Here's your bucket.
My fish. We use these when we feed out front or when we clean out front. We have fire hose out here where we can hose the exhibits off from the front, or we can move the bears over from exhibit to exhibit and feed and clean them that way.
So these bears must be pretty dangerous then.
Yeah, they're real dangerous. They're considered the most carnivorous land animal on Earth, which means they eat meat, and they're pretty good at tracking it down and catching it, or waiting patiently by a hole for a seal or whatever comes out of the hole.
Is that
on
what
the ice caps.
what they eat in the wild? Seals?
Yeah. They've been seen swimming out in the ocean with nothing around, a couple miles out in the middle of nowhere.
So they're great swimmers.
They're excellent swimmers.
And they live in the northern regions, right?
Right.
Around the Arctic.
Right.
Canada and northern Russia.
Through Alaska.
And this guy was born here.
He was born here.
How old is he?
He was born in 1990.
So he's
about 4 years
almost
old.
4 years old.
Yeah. This is his trout. We'll feed him. Selfs.
It's like he's more interested in us right now.
He's interested in the cameraman right now.
I see a beer keg floating in the pool.
The reason we gave them the barrel is it's an enrichment toy for them. It gives them something to do throughout the day. It gives them an activity to go back to and play with. Got some new toys on the way that we're going to be putting in. We'll be taking the keg out. Maybe every 2 weeks we'll take the keg out and put another toy in so it's not the same toy. So it breaks up the routine behavior of playing with the same toy. And it just stimulates him and challenges his mind as to, you know, something new to see, smell, and play with.
Here's our very first cool critter question sent in by 3rd grader Kara Roars of Liberty Center.
Kara writes, Dear Zoo Today, I want to work at the zoo when I grow up. What should I study in school, and how many years do I have to take college?
Here's Doug Porter with your answer, Kara.
Hi, Kara. If you'd like to pursue a career in zoo work, you need to take courses like biology, zoology, chemistry, and a variety of science courses that'll prepare you to go to college.
Remember, kids, send us a postcard with your question and address it to Zoo Today, Cool Critter Questions, P.O. Box 4010, Toledo, Ohio 43609.
I've decided, after seeing how easily the polar bear does it, I'm going to give swimming another try.
Good.
But I just have one question. How can you tell the difference between a North Polar bear and a South Polar bear?
Emily, I think we need to have a little chat.
About what, Sarge?
There's some things I've been meaning to tell you.
Well, about being closer to the zoo.